If you want to unmute yourself and shout anybody out, feel free to do so. I just wanted to shout out the girls, Lindsay and Allison, and gosh, who else has really stepped up since coming back from Summit? Like you can tell they just want it. Like they want to help people, not just people get connected with a challenge pack and a challenge group, but they're stepping up in our team page. And like Lindsay has done the Emerald to Diamond training group, and she's hosting that on her own. And Allison is already on her way back to Emerald. And I just, it warms my heart in ways that you don't even understand, to see so many of us just doing whatever needs to be done. Like that the other night when I ended our team call with, when we did it on like a Wednesday, I ended it by saying, stop asking what your team can do for you and start asking what you can do for your team. Everyone's doing that. And look at what's happening because of it. We have rank advancements. We're welcoming new coaches. We are having people hit 2,000 volume when they've never hit it before. We have, today at my house, we all went around and shared one thing that Beachbody is impacting in our lives in this current season that we're in, because we all kind of agreed that Beachbody came into our lives for one reason, but it's not necessarily serving that same purpose today as it was on day one. And so we went around and said, like, it could be physical, it could be financial, it could be emotional. And it was so moving and empowering to hear these stories of these women who, some of them are like living their best life right now, and others are in a really dark space, and this is what's helping them cope with it. Like, it was just really awesome. Lots of tears, happy and, pain. And it was just really cool to be a part of that. So thank you to everyone who came to my house today. I needed that, and I had a blast and felt like we got a lot out of that. So I appreciate it. If nobody else has any shout outs, then I would totally drive. You would have been invited, girl. We actually all decided, like, we need to do these more often, like just get together and work out together and stuff, because it was so fun just to what's that word? I was trying to think of this word earlier, and Ricky and I finally thought maybe it was congregate, but I feel like it's not the right word still. When you come together and you gather together, and it's not fellowship. Yes, thank you, Christy. That's the word. I kept thinking worship, and I was like, no, we weren't worshiping. Yes, that's what we did today, and it was so good. So good. All right, let's get into the meat of the call. So Christy and I had the opportunity to have lunch, just the two of us, after we sat in a training one day. I don't even know how it worked out that way, while we were at Summit. And while we were sitting there, our brains were just like, we had all these ideas, so many amazing ideas. And we started both taking notes in our phones because we didn't want to forget what we were talking about. And one of the things that she brought up, and then we kind of pulled what other coaches do and made it our own, what we feel will be most successful for our team. If you end up finding at the end of August that you think there could be something more we could do, or a way to revamp it, please give feedback, because this is new. But I think it's going to be so good for all of us, especially those of us that sometimes feel either stuck or like we don't know what to do. Like, we know what the vital behaviors are, and we know that we're supposed to be inviting, but we don't necessarily know how to start. You ever find yourself saying, like, I know what I need to do, but I don't know where to start? This is going to give you a starting point. So I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see what I've created for you. And I can't take credit for this. Christy, Sarah, Skylar, and I had a call last week, and we all sat down and kind of planned this together. And Christy mapped it out on a calendar and sent me a picture of it. And then I just made it into something that you can download to your phone or print on a piece of paper and hang up if you want, add it to your bat or whatever. So please don't give me full credit for this. Share screen. There we go. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So if you go to the Team Grit and Grace Google Drive, and then scroll down to the Kickstart folder. I decided to put these in the Kickstart folder, and I'll probably make a folder within this folder labeled Set Your Success. I think that's what we're going to make this call so I left that part out. Let me backtrack a little bit. The last Sunday of every month is going to be a Set Your Success call. And what we are doing is we can give you all the tools and the resources, just like Lindsay has given you all the tools and all the resources in the training group to Rank Advance. Just like Carl does. He gives us all these tools and resources to run our challenge groups and to, get us excited and use different graphics and things like that. But the thing is, we need to use them. We need to do the work. So what we're going to do is every last Sunday of the month, we are going to have a Set Your Success call where we give you all the tools and resources you need in order to set yourself up for success for the upcoming month. And so what that looks like, some of you are going to remember I did a training on how I map out my months a while back. And what we've done is essentially mapped out the month for you. Some of your stuff is going to look or sound a little bit different because the name of your challenge group is different, or you're not doing MM100, so you're not necessarily inviting to that group, yada, yada, yada. But for the most part, what we did is we went through and we looked at everything that our team is doing, and we looked at everything our company is doing. And I'm looking at the calendar on my phone and it's blurry. I downloaded it as a PDF. Is it blurry in that folder? Okay, it is because it downloaded wrong. Let me download it as a PDF right now. And what I'll do is I'll put the link up in the chat. I noticed when I downloaded it and sent it to Christy earlier this week, it was blurry for her too. And it was because it downloaded as a picture instead of a PDF. So let me fix that. Sorry about that. So essentially what we've done is we've created a marketing calendar for you. And the marketing calendar is going to give you everything you need to be inviting to, and you'll be able to zoom in on this, I believe. Everything you need to be inviting to, everything that we should be talking about, everything that's going to be going on in the upcoming month, because we know that it can get a little overwhelming when you start to look at things and you're like, there's a lot going on. So this is what we did. In the month of August, the first week of every month, you should be inviting to whatever your challenge group is. So if you're running a challenge group with a small pod, like a lot of us have been doing for a long time, then you should have a name for your challenge group, and you should be inviting to that starting today through the entire first week of August. If you're working with our team, Michelle is setting up what sounds like an amazing challenge group on mindfulness, and you should be inviting to that. Then you'll see here on August 1st, if you invited someone to Open House, or you shared maybe a video or something from Open House today or yesterday, then you should be following up with the people you invited. So I had 3 people that were supposed to come to my house today that are not coaches, and all 3 of them, for different reasons. Actually, it was like apparently it was baptism day at like every single church on the East Coast. I don't know, maybe that's a legit thing. But like everybody that I had invited texted me saying, I didn't realize there's baptisms after church today. I'm not going to be able to make it. So I'm going to still follow up with them on Thursday to see about where their interest is. I'm waiting until Thursday. You may not want to wait until Thursday, but I put it there because I've already hit Success Club this month, and I know that's a scarcity mindset, and that's not how I'm actually approaching this. I'm just thinking August 1st, going to those people where the seed's already planted and see if I can get them to go ahead and kickstart my August in a positive direction. Also, it gives them a couple of days to process what we did today. I think that's important. On Friday, we made a suggestion to share a healthy recipe. So many of us are starting MM100 tomorrow. So you're probably going to be posting about that tomorrow. At the end of the week this week, why not share one of the new recipes that you created and that you loved from the program? Then on the 4th, we have our team call at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On the 5th, we thought it would be a good idea to kind of write a post and share what's changed. Like I've been doing MM100 for 1 week. What has changed? Do I have better control of my mornings? Are they less chaotic? Do I feel more focused? Do I feel like I'm a priority in my own life? Do I just feel good because I'm not eating junk food every day? Those kinds of things. So I kind of do like a recap post. Today marks 1 week that I've been doing this new program, and this is how I'm feeling. This is what's changed in just 1 week. On the 8th, we're going to host another Kickstart call like we did last week. That call was great. I think a lot of people got a lot out of it. Christy's going to be hosting this one at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also feel like that since Thursdays are paydays in our company, that we should make some type of recognition post and or payday post. And so I'm going to go ahead and recommend, if you want to recognize someone and it's not for a rank advancement, do your recognition on Wednesday, the 7th, and then do your payday post on the 8th. Now, I'm not saying post, today's payday, yay, show me the money. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, this week I was able to buy fresh tomatoes instead of canned tomatoes. Or, like, my kids aren't eating Kraft mac and cheese this week because I have this extra grocery money, and it's allowing me to get vegetables and fruits and things like that. Little things like that. Or maybe your weekly, your payday this week is taking the kids to, the arcade for an hour and letting them each have $5 to play games or something. Little things like that mean a lot. So share those things. We need to learn to share our financial wins in a way that's not icky. On the 9th, we want you to post an invitation to the coaching opportunity. So on Thursday, we just talked about like the perk of having, this extra income, or we recognized someone for moving ahead in their business. On the 9th, we want to invite people to join us. On the 11th, we have a team call again. On the 14th, we're encouraging you to start talking about pumpkin spice latte Shakeology, because it's going to be coming out soon, and it's important to start talking about it now, planting the seeds now. If you have some pumpkin spice still from last season, then make one and drink it and talk about the fact that you're over the 100-degree weather and you want some more pumpkin spice in your life. Talk about the fact that, it was so good last year, you're going to make sure you buy more this year. Ask people if they're ready for pumpkin weather. All that kind of stuff. Just start, teasing it in, because we know it's coming. So it's important to start talking about it now. If we wait to talk about it when it's already here, we're too late. We have to stay ahead of the game. On the 15th, I put in red that our goal is to hit whatever our Success Club goal is by that day. So Christy had mentioned, I think on our summit recap call, that one of the coaches she follows splits her month up into halves. And the first half of the month, she focuses on herself, her own business, like getting people signed up, hitting Success Club, all those types of things. And in the second half of the month, the last 2 weeks, she focuses on helping her team, her downline, and anybody in her team page hit Success Club and feel those same successes. That doesn't mean you can't still earn Success Club points after the 15th. It just means like that should be, you don't want to wait till the 30th to hit Success Club, right? Because that, we all know how that feels. We want to try to hit Success Club in the middle of the month so that the rest of the month is just us sowing seeds again, or planting seeds so we can sow them later. On the 18th, we have a team call again, and then you're already going to start inviting to your September challenge group. So you've always got to be thinking ahead. So we made a little note there on the 19th, start inviting to your September challenge group. This whole time you could still be inviting to MM100 because that's going to be a fluid group. People can just join us whenever they join us, since it's a kind of like work at your own pace program. On the 20th, we're suggesting that you start sharing what's coming next. So Beachbody shared at Summit that there's a ton of stuff in the near future for our company. The Work is the next program that's going to hit. And that's the one where he like cusses you out to encourage you. And it's totally different than anything on the market, not just anything Beachbody's done, but anything anywhere. I mean, unless you're a football player in college, I'm pretty sure nobody's getting cussed at by their personal trainer while they're working out. Maybe there's a trainer somewhere that does that. But this program is going to be really different. So start sharing. What are you most excited about? I've had, even today, someone said, once my leg is back, my foot is back where it needs to be, I think that program's really going to speak to me. Then start sharing that. Share why. On the 22nd, I'm hosting another Kickstart call. So we had said we would do these twice a month. If we find that it doesn't necessarily need to be a getting started right call because we don't have a lot of people that are just getting started, then we will literally just do like a kick in the pants start call. And that means like, what do you need? And let's do it right now on this call. It may even turn into like a power 30 minutes if that's what it needs to be that particular week. But we will be alternating hosting those at twice a month so that people get the kickstart that they need. That's also, again, going to be recognition and payday post, because every Thursday, if you didn't notice, that's going to be your post. The reason why we did that, why we tried to split things up a little bit, is because sometimes y'all don't know what to post. Sometimes I don't know what to post, especially if I'm not doing personal development. If I'm not doing personal development, sometimes I'm like, I got nothing to give these people. I don't even know why they follow me. So do personal development if you're not. There's one point to that message. But the other point was, if you don't know what to post, then look on the calendar and just do what it says, because this calendar is setting your success. And then on the 23rd, again, you're going to invite to the coaching opportunity. And I really like those of you that were at Summit, Michael Neiman was like, it's not a coaching opportunity. It's not a business opportunity. This is a lifestyle opportunity. I really like that approach so much more, because like today when we were going around in my living room sharing what our biggest, like right now in this season that I am in, what is the biggest impact Beachbody's making on my life? Almost nobody said my paycheck. Almost everybody said something like the girlfriends that I have that have helped me get through this season, or the community that supports me, or the fact that I am starting and not giving up on myself. That has nothing to do with paychecks, nothing to do with the coaching opportunity even, but it has everything to do with this lifestyle that we've all chosen to lead, because this is a lifestyle. The business is not our life. It fits into our life. The 25th, again, team call. The 26th, you're going to invite to the coaching opportunity again. The reason why we're doing that is because we are going to be revamping our coach Snoop group. And I've talked to Rebecca and Tara, and I think if they haven't already, they're going to reach out to Skylar. to see about using some of the ideas from the National Wake Up Call this week, because if you have not listened to that call, it was banging, like so good. She had so many good ideas. So I'd really like to incorporate some of those in the future. We're going to run this week's like we normally do, because we're not just going to throw a bunch of crap together and hope it works. We're going to do it right for August. So you're going to invite to coaching on Friday and on Monday, because we're going to be having a Snoop group and you're going to have something to invite to. On the 28th of August, we will have been doing 30 days of MM100 already, which is kind of crazy. So we'll be almost a third of the way through the program. And we just thought that would be a good opportunity. Maybe you want to share your transformation picture so far, 30 days in. Maybe you want to share mental, emotional transformation. Maybe every day that week you share some different type of update in regards to MM100. I have a feeling so many of us are going to feel a shift in the way we feel because of the way we're fueling our bodies. We're going to have a shift in our emotional and mental well-being because we're prioritizing ourselves and doing our personal development first thing in the morning every day. We're going to have a shift in our physical fitness levels because, let's just be honest, this program is legit. And we're going to have a shift in our morning routine. Sometimes I think people feel that adding one more thing into your morning routine is just going to cause chaos and uproar. And what we tend to find is that when we add one more thing into our morning routine, it makes it more cohesive so that we don't feel so crazy. We feel like we've, because we're spending this little pocket of time on us, it's 10 minutes. I'm waking up 10 minutes earlier, spending that 10 minutes on me. That sets the tone for the rest of the day. Talk about those things. The 29th, again, is a recognition and payday post. And again, we're not just saying like, I made $50. Like, you want to actually like tie some meaning to this. Like, what have you been saving for? What were you able to do today? Maybe you bought your daughter a store birthday cake instead of making it yourself because you had the money to buy the store birthday cake. Like, it can be small things that feel really big because they're important to you. And then on the 30th, I want you to think about we've talked about the payday post every Thursday, but I really want you to think about what did this income, how much did I make over the course of the entire month? What did that income do for me? I think about the fact that I haven't been paid in 2 months because I'm a teacher and we're not on 12-month pay. So for 2 months, I've had no paycheck. But because of Beachbody, I have not had to worry about a thing. Beachbody covers my mortgage, it covers all my bills, and it covers my car payment. And I mean, that right there is huge for me and my family, because if I didn't have Beachbody, I would have a summer job. Right now I get to spend every single day, all day long with my kids, regardless of whether it's my day or their dad's day. And that's huge to me. That means the world to me. And it's because of this business that I can do that. If I didn't have this, I would have to have a second job. On the 31st of August, that's when you're going to want to go back, and all those people that have shown all the interest in pumpkin spice latte Shakeology throughout the last 2.5 weeks that we've been sharing about it, all those people who say they love pumpkin, I would go through, and all the people that ordered it last year from you, I would be messaging them saying, it's coming back, girl, get you some, because you're going to want to finalize those conversations on August 31st. And then be able to send those invoices out once September rolls around and pumpkin spice is available. So you want to have a list, maybe even similar to what you've been doing with MM100 in your Instagram stories, where you've got names of who's going to be, I don't know, maybe you want to be like, these people are getting their hands on pumpkin spice, or, these people love pumpkin as much as I do. And have a list with all their names on it and say, if you want to be on this list, then tell me so that I can get you the goods, It's like we're smuggling cocaine over here. People are in love with pumpkin spice. Again, if you have questions about the calendar, if you want us to add more, so this is one thing that Christy and I talked about, and we didn't do it this month because we wanted some feedback about it. We could give you an idea for a post every single day. I don't feel like that's my job. I don't feel like I'm supposed to say, on this day you do this, and on this day you do this. That would be like if somebody gave me lesson plans and told me I had to teach them, and then I wouldn't get to put my spin on it. However, if you find you need some inspiration for posts and it would benefit you for me to plug in these empty days, put something on there. I mean, it might be something as simple as share what book you're reading. You know, those are things that we can talk about regularly. Then let us know and we'll do that by all means. We want this to really be like a game plan. Am I saying you have to use this? No. What we did is we took our normal typical marketing plan. Normally this is written in my calendar, in my planner. And instead of me just writing it in my planner, I created it so that you can see it. If you want to take it and make it your own and start making your own monthly marketing plan, by all means, please do that. I want you to take the reins. But if this is something that this is an area you struggle in and this benefits you, then print it out and put it in front of your workspace on your bulletin board or on your magnet board. Take a screenshot of it and have it be the background on your phone, whatever you need, and use it. Use it as a template for how you're going to attack the month of August, because y'all, we just came off of the month of July is normally one of the slowest months in our business. If you go back and look at July of last year and July of 2016 or 17 and then 16 and all that, if you were coaching then, you probably made some of your lowest volume. You probably made some of your lowest paychecks in that month because nobody is thinking about working out when they're already at the lake. Nobody's thinking about working out when they're already on their 4th of July beach trip. That's something they wanted to do before they went. Now that they're there, they're like, well, I'm just going to embrace what I got because there's no fixing it now. It's too late. But we did. We just had one of the biggest months we've had in a long time. And it's typically, historically speaking, in our business, one of the lowest months. Normally, people are struggling to hit Success Club. And here we've got people that were like Success Club 18. The month's not even over yet. We've got people that hit 2,000 volume and have never hit 2,000 volume. So just be thinking about that. Be thinking about the impact that you're already making. And I don't care that August is back to school month and people are going to have that excuse, oh, I had to buy school supplies, so I don't have the money. Figure out a way. Figure out a way to inspire them and make it work. Start now, because now is when it matters. If you wait until August 14th to even think about pumpkin spice latte, you're behind. You have to start thinking about it now. That's why it's on the calendar in front of you now. If this is overwhelming to you and you need to chunk it, listen to my teacher talk over here. You need to chunk it, then print it out, cut it into strips, and just glue the strips in your planner. And take it 1 week at a time if this is too much. Are there any questions about it before I stop sharing my screen? Oh God, I am like, chat is blowing up. I'm so sorry. I've missed all this. What day is the Snoop group in August? We don't know what day it will be yet. It will most likely be August 28th or August 21st. But I'm going to give the girls time to really nail down what they want to do. And we'll go from there. And then we'll start planning a legit day, a consistent day every month. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat to see if I've missed. Yes, Jennifer, there is an app for the National Wake Up Call. If you have on your phone, can you all see me right now? Okay. So if you have this little purple app on your phone, do you guys see that? This is an iPhone. I know some of y'all have Androids, so it might be different on there. But that purple thing is your podcast app, and you can search and download any podcast onto your phone. And if you download the Team Beachbody podcast, it looks like the Beachbody symbol with headphones on. The National Wake Up Calls get put up there generally within 2 hours of them being live on Facebook. They've really nailed it down, and they get them up there pretty consistently now. Lindsay Whitey said
Real quick.
Yeah.
So I know I have Android and I discovered Podcoin, and I know Christy's posted about it, and it's actually an app that pays you to listen to podcasts. If anyone is interested to know more about that, in case they don't have an app. I've set a goal, so I get 1 point for 10 minutes or 2 points for 10 minutes, something like that. I've set a goal to earn at least $15 from my podcasts a month.
That's awesome. Will you share that in the team page?
Sure, absolutely.
Super cool. Amy, this calendar is in our Google Drive in the Team Grit and Grace folder, and then go to the Kickstart folder, and it's in there. And within the Kickstart folder, I'm going to make another folder called Set Your Success, and that's where all the calendars will be. That way, every month, just open it up and find August, September, October, November, whatever. This will be great to add to the planner. Yeah, this will be really great. Maybe what we should do with the planners is put some blank calendars in there, and then people could write it in accordingly. Lindsay, do not stress about Success Club. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's not something you need to stress about. And you still have like 4 days left in the month, girl. You got this. Good idea for the August promos. I hadn't thought about a flash sale, but maybe we'll save the flash sale for September, because we just had the big info group for MM100 where we were giving stuff away. I don't want to overwhelm people doing those every month, because then that doesn't really build FOMO, because they expect it to come every month. But that's a good idea. So let's not forget about that. Post about it in the team page. What's that about? Is that something for me? Oh, that's for Podcoin. Okay. Yeah, last year we did do back to school, and I think we did it in August, but let's do maybe September instead. I don't know. Yeah, if you disagree, if you want to go ahead and do it, then we can do it. You just tell me when, and we'll make it work. Yeah, we could do an end of summer flash sale instead of back to school. That's a good idea. Christy asked a really good question, Lindsay Kennedy. She said, how can we help you hit Success Club? I'm not going to take any more time on this call to answer that, but I think what I'm going to do, actually, I don't think, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to go in our team page, and I'm actually going to take Christy's question, because I think it's a really good question, and I'm going to plug it into our team page, and I want everybody to respond. How can we help you hit Success Club? What can we do? And if you have something that helped you hit Success Club, reply to these people and give them advice. We're a team. We're all in this together. Let's help each other. Okay? Again, please provide feedback about this, because at the end of August, we'll be doing it again for September. And we want it to be good. We want it to be productive, and we want it to be, Amy said Podcoin's not on the iPhone. We want this to be beneficial. If it's not useful, then it's a waste of time to set it up. So if it's going to benefit us, then we're going to keep doing it, because we want everyone to be successful. That's why it's called Set Your Success. Notice how it says set your success, because you're in control of it, guys. That means when you succeed, it's all you. And when you fail, we're all going to lean in and help each other up. We don't have to feel alone, but you do get to take credit for the things that you accomplish, because you're the one who wakes up early in the morning to do them. You're the one that is doing the hard stuff. You're the one that chose the hard life because you want a life worth living that other people aren't willing to live. Yeah, you only fail if you quit. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to stop recording this call.